Hey guys, welcome back. Reese here at Pursuing the Alley Arts, and I'm with my good friend, Joann. So we're continuing our coverage here at the Deed of Arms 2018, the Deed of the Swan Knight. And Joann here is going to talk us through a little bit about her experiences into Western martial arts and Harnischfechten. So, Joann, thank you.
Thank you very much, Reese.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time.
So, what school are you with?
I'm actually with a school called Forteza.
Okay, still with Pops.
It is,
Yep.
And it is in the Italian tradition, so Fiore del Libre.
Awesome. And how long have you been doing that?
I've actually been studying that now for over 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
Most of that was on the unarmored to be able to learn the positions and the strengths and the movements
Yeah.
solidly before adding in the harness.
Yeah.
But I did just about 5 years ago acquire a complete harness kit and started to take that skill out onto the field fighting in harness.
Awesome. Yeah, we recommend guys to understand the fundamentals first before just jumping into harness.
And a lot of what you don't necessarily appreciate is with all of the armor on, particularly for your upper body and your helmet, it raises your center of gravity. So if you really don't have those fundamentals of fighting unarmored first, you don't necessarily appreciate what it is to be off balance.
Yeah, so you've been doing Harnischfechten for how long? For 5 years?
Yes, 5 years.
5 years. So now you have, of course, different experience than us guys do, being a lady. So as far as armor, so why don't you tell us a little bit about building a kit?
Building a kit from a woman's perspective is actually very different. And that is, there aren't many women, so the armorers don't have a lot of experience with this. This will be particularly important if you have anyone who is going to be ordering something from overseas. Because the way that women's bodies work do not match men's, and usually this is a good thing. But we have specific areas, specifically with how our torso will bend and flex. We flex in a slightly different point. And this is important because with your breastplate, you need that bottom of the breastplate to be lining up with that point of flex. And then you need the top to stay below the point where your breastplate's going to clock you on the chin.
Yep.
For practical purposes.
Yep.
The good news is, as long as one is not well endowed, the natural curve of a breastplate provides ample space for our higher center of gravity.
That's a good way to put it.
But interestingly enough, it's not just that. I'll step back a little bit to be able to show the hips. Our hips will flex out more than is typical for men. That changes how the crease aligns. It also changes functionally how a woman will take a step and bend. So I went through and wound up having to have a specifically non-historical modified set of creases that will have extra rivets and slides at the knees that will provide forgiveness for what is fundamentally a man's set of armor that will work on me because it has more give in the knee.
Yeah, and I'll show some footage in here too for you guys to see what that's about, what she's talking about.
For the ladies out there, in many cases, you may be concerned about how strength, particularly arm strength, comes into play fighting in harness. Yes, there is weight to what we're wearing. There's weight to what he's wearing. And you do have to have some degree of upper body strength. What is interesting, however, is if you use the martial art and your structure, your actual strength is coming from your core and in particularly your legs.
Yep.
And that is an aspect that women will be very nearly equally matched with men. And so on the field, I have found that I've been quite successful against a wide variety of men, including those even larger than I am, in terms of being able to put in a point and press the hit together to show that yes, and have that count as a point. So strength of arms, I'm not going to arm wrestle Reese,
Yep.
or any of the other men that I would be fighting against. But I don't have to worry about that on the field because it is not an arm wrestling match. It is a fight, and the fight uses your entire body.
Yep.
Put that together with the form, and it's an even fight.
Yep. I've been battling with Joann for some time now, and I can tell you, her strikes are very explosive. You know, your lower legs are really strong. So getting that point couched in me, and then you're just doing passing steps forward, gathering steps, or what have you, and it's like your structure's just gone. So, so let the woman concerned about, can I play alongside the boys? Yeah, you totally can. And I would say that you have some advantages over us guys, and we have than disadvantages. So, but I remember I first met Joann at Days and Nights 2014.
Yes.
Yeah, 2014, quite a while ago. But that was one time you had commissioned armor, and it was kind of made for sort of a man's
It was
specifications.
And the interesting thing is, you can give your measurements, a woman's measurements, but if it is made according to a man's shape, it is not going to flex, or it's not going to provide the flex and the range of movement that's necessary for the woman's body. And so I had some horrible experiences with it, in the sense that I could not bend and work my leg properly, and it was actually painful for my knees. It had my lower part of my cuisse was actually then cutting into my calves. And that is literally because the structure of our legs, women's legs, is different.
Wow.
So I'm afraid to say it, but just taking measurements is not going to guarantee a functional set of armor for a woman.
Yeah, and this is we thought this would be a really good thing to cover because we not only want to encourage other people to do this, but we like to see more women doing this. And there's some things that I certainly didn't consider when talking to you about just buy armor, no big deal. Like, no, it's way different. So I'm glad that talking with Joann and Jessica, and sharing their experiences with us and you guys about how to do this properly to make it fit for you ladies. So Joann, thank you for taking your time.
Very welcome.
So I look forward to batting you this weekend.
And IU, and hopefully in the future there will be more ladies join me out on the field. I appreciate the opportunity.
If you guys liked what you see, found this helpful, give us a like in the video below, share it with your friends, comment, and be sure to check out her school if you guys are in the area. We'll put her information down below, and she's a really great teacher, and their school's awesome. So definitely check it out. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next video. Take care.